5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Whizgill.
Okay, well, let's first off, no more gambling cards. Don't need those.
See, this is what happens, everybody. We start getting rid of the gambling cards, then one of us is very sneaky and keeps some gambling cards back so they can, like, go through and suddenly hit for a big, massive gold right at the end.
Or, drain everybody else of their gold.
Yeah. Who's going to do it? Who's going to be the one? I don't know.
It might not be a choice. It might be they're all the cards at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah. Right. Well, let's see. Silly me. I didn't realize my dart shooter was loaded, I'm afraid. Let's see.
You have to hang on.
I know. I need to play first. Well, let's say I'm targeting Magartho.
Pick another player, they lose 2 fortitude.
You know what? No, that's great. Let's shoot Gog. Let's have some fun with Gog.
Ooh.
Let's see if we have some fun with Gog. The card play does not take effect. Pick a player, they must discard a random card from their hand.
Oh. Now, importantly, it's a different player. It just says pick a player.
Pick a
not
player.
necessarily have to be the player.
There is, like...
Yeah, roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
As long as you don't get yourself.
Yep.
Random Genius goes first, it says here. Congratulations, Random Genius.
So it says they must discard a random card. So I guess I will pick a random card.
Yeah, just pick one of their...
Yeah, all 5.
I will shuffle, and we draw.
Okay, and it is...
What is it? Yes.
Ooh,
and ignore a drink card or gambling. That's a...
ignore a drink, or dip out of a round of gambling when anteing up.
That's a nasty lose.
I like this card because it's the two of them fighting the sword spirit.
Yeah.
You can see it's a whole face, actually, which is fun. But as you can see on the top there, it's called Leave Us Be, Leave Us Be. But the first Leave Us Be is in a different font, so it's both of them saying Leave Us Be at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a nice feature.
It's a nice little touch. It's probably not obvious first time round, but that's why. Again, as always, the art that is done for RDI is just amazing.
Yes. At some point, we do need to get some custom decks, maybe.
Yes.
Balancing them is going to be a nightmare.
Anyway. Also, people who are watching this and listening to this, if you would like to see the creators of Red Dragon Inn play some Red Dragon Inn, they do streams on Twitch fairly regularly. I can't. It's Slug something, isn't it?
Slug
Test Games.
Yeah.
Check them out. So they're on Twitch. They have games reasonably regularly. At least one of them plays very much like the Bal.
Oh, very.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh.
No.
Agent of Chaos and all that.
Welcome, chat. Here's a bomb.
I thought I was the bomb one. I was playing it trail.
No, it's the Bal. Bal's the bomb bombs.
Yes.
Anyway, I seem to have received a drink from Whizgill.
You have received a drink, and we're going to try again with that drink creation device. See if we can...
let's find out. What's going on with the drink creation device?
Oh, this card you play takes effect, but pick another player, they lose 1 fortitude. You're very sorry. Oh, no. Oh, no. And unfortunately, it's Gog in the picture, so I think Gog might have to lose 1 fortitude.
There is a literal gear lodged in Gog's arm, and he looks so sad.
He's sad. I've never seen Gog look that sad.
He looks like he's 40 years older.
He does.
What is going on?
He
What is
aged.
going on with this? Hang on, let me just up the blimmin' thing a bit so you can see. Look at this! Look at this YouTube.
Poor Gog.
Poor Gog.
At least WizGirl's taking responsibility and trying to
Yeah.
actually, remove the gear.
He does look
Oh.
suitably embarrassed about it as well.
Yeah.
So wait, you've hurt Gog and you didn't even mean to do it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Gog is not happy about this in the slightest.
I can imagine.
Oh dear.
Hang on a second. You are lucky at the minute, my friend. Gog down to 16 health. Yikes.
Yeah, it's the lowest thing we've ever seen. Gog,
Wow.
baby.
Gog. No, there was one game where Gog got down to 9. It was the complete reverse, and Gog was down to 9 health.
Mm.
A
Yeah,
slow fest
and
of Gog.
Next
was
to
literally-
nothing on the alcohol. Just everyone clobbered
It was
Gog like
literally,
crazy.
Yeah.
It was literally the fact that everyone just ganged up on Gog.
Oh yeah. It was like from like the get go as well. It was like
Yes.
round 1, Gog clobbered for free. Something like 12. Yeah, something like 12
Yeah.
points
Yeah.
of just damage in the first round of.
Just to target Gog while he's got no car.
Wow!
Yeah.
And then people wondered why Gog just went all.
On a rampage.
Yeah, it is on the YouTube that Gog just like gloves off for Gog, which then became a very interesting game.
True. WizGirl,
Right.
remember, you do still actually get your 2 other drinks because it did work.
Oh, it did pay effect. Yes, it did.
You just
Yes, it
injured
did.
Gog in the process.
I did. I didn't realize
Yes.
that. Well, okay, let's
Maybe
see.
give Gog some alcohol to numb the
That's
throat.
not how it works in this game.
Hey, look, it nulls,
Point
it
over.
nullifies.
Gog's wound.
But yes, I will give one to Gog and one to Neroda. Yes,
Jesus.
we might get a
Wow.
chaser. We might get a chaser on that one, and Gog was dry. But I'm drinking holy water.
Oh,
Oh, what a
jeez.
shame.
Oh.
Well, I know who I'm targeting then.
Holy water plus 2 health.
Health.
Gain health off of it.
I am now
Yep.
at 19 health and 2 out. I went from being hit quite hard and having a few drinks to suddenly looking all right. I don't know
Again,
how-
we consult the top right of our screen, and we see that the 17 difference now for WizGill.
I don't know how that happened, but yeah, I'm fully prepared, or at least expecting the next series of events.
The road you're on 14, and us two over here on the
Well-
are on 10.
Buddies.
10 difference.
So yeah, Nerodia draws up to 2. Draws 2 cards because I was on 5, and WizGill, I know you're looking suitably embarrassed, but if you keep making that face, it's gonna freeze that way.
What was
You
this?
lose 2 fortitude and petrify 1 card.
So I lose 2 fortitude.
Yep.
I think this might be the next 3 turns, if I'm totally honest.
Let's
Yeah.
see.
WizGill
And
loses 2 fortune.
I will petrify that one.
Fair enough.
But you hurt me.
Okay.
I believe your attitude needs some percussive maintenance. Play this card immediately after another player makes you lose fortitude. They also lose 2 fortitude.
Okay, then. I think I'm gonna play.
Oh god, hello.
Oh no. Strap in, guys. This is going to be a long round.
Don't worry, the camera switched
Was
round
it
to focus
2?
on these two for a while.
So you lose 2,
Was
yeah?
it- Yeah. Turnabout is fair snakes.
Uh,
You lose 1 fortitude and petrify another card.
wait, how many fortitude? 1 fortitude,
One fortitude.
1 fortitude, and petrify
Another card. There's only 3 left now.
That card goes underneath the current one, so.
Okay, we will flip that and place that. There we go.
So
This is
WizGill's
important
now
because
got
this is the
2
order they're
cards
getting.
for the rest until their turn again.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Do you want to retaliate again?
No, that's fine.
Good.
Gog fetch popcorn.
Well,
But I figured that would even out the score a little bit, at least.
yeah, potentially.
Well, it's at 10, 10,
One for
12, and
Bug Off.
14 now, rather than 10,
And-
10, 14, 17.
True. Nerodia is drinking
A drinking contest.
Contest.
Oh no.
Gog is not happy with any of you here.
Nerodia's not exactly happy with this.
I'm not either.
So
Drinking contest.
So Nerodia starts by taking a card from the top of the drink deck.
So everyone's got to take a card from the drink deck, and they have to either drink it or ignore it. But whoever has the biggest total gets a gold off everyone. I've got Gog's Elven Wine.
Yeah, you stole.
I gotta say, it's a pity that this game stupid doesn't work for drinking contest, which is a game.
Yeah.
You gave me the card.
I actually can't do anything about that. So
Elven Wine, that's 3 additional alcohol.
Okay, I will forewarn you that I cannot do anything about this card.
Oh, what is it? It's a
coffee! Lose 1 alcohol content.
Damn it!
Which means
but it does mean I am definitely losing gold. Though.
Right.
Yeah, you're
God
definitely
can't do anything about this drink either, so let's find out. Oh,
That's
it's
dark
ale.
That's fine.
Well,
and
7 alcohol now in total for Gog.
Let's see.
Gog is doing so badly.
Whiskers drinking the ale of intrigue.
Just the right time for you, honestly.
No, which sadly, it's only 2, so I don't win the contest, and I have to drink 2. But I do get to draw 2 cards.
Well, the wench knows how to hold a liquor, so I'll be taking a gold off everyone. Thank you very much.
And a gold.
Well, you can take a gold, but you know what you can do?
Mm-hmm.
You can tip the wench.
Yeah.
Tip the wench. Anytime card. The player of your choice must pay 1 gold to the inn.
Nerodia knows how hard the job is, so she's happy to pay that.
Yeah.
And that's the end of my turn, finally.
Oh.
On the plus side, that was one of WizGuild other cards they got, so they're still down to 3.
Yeah, so hang on. Is the quality gone down for anyone, or is it just me in terms of audio?
Yeah, there's roboting slightly on my side.
Okay.
Discord is doing a Discord at the minute.
Okay. So do not worry, people on stream or on YouTube. This is not you.
This is not you. It'll probably reset itself momentarily.
There we go. Yeah, there we go. It wasn't you. It was us.
Hey.
Wait, WizGuild is Inventor Girl android version of herself in disguise.
So I'll have a little chin wag because we talked about a lot of the stuff already, kind of with the Batman, Cape Crusader, and Pokemon game, the new one. Well, no, I mean, obviously that's fine. That's kind of what I want. Keep this as short and sweet as possible.
It helps with the editing.
Yes, it will. So we can snip and snap around as we need be. But yes, I mean, I'll go back and so we're talking about gachas. So I'm gonna head back to Zenless. I don't know if you still trialed that for a bit, Earth, after you touched it last, or if you've
I haven't had the time, to be honest. I tried to log in again. I think I logged in briefly, like collected my rewards, and then that's all the time I had after it finished downloading.
Fair. No, I say I've kind of been suckered in more. I've not missed a day since launch yet, so that's
You're enjoying it, which is a good thing.
I know, yeah. I mean, it took me a while. So like I said, I never the Hoyoverse games, I never really bothered with, like Genshin, Honkai, whatever the other ones are. I forget.
Those are the only other two I know of. So
There's something. Is it Honkai Third Impact or I don't know. We were looking this up the other day because we were trying to figure out like how much market research these guys have on knowing the exact amount of like gacha teasing they can get away with to draw you along. But they've been doing. I mean, they do their like their seasons. We're on 1.3 at the moment. We're about to get a new character, Lighter, who's a fire. He's the first S rank male character that wasn't in the game at launch. So we've had one other male character, which was Seth, who's a police kitty. So that's new.
I don't remember that one.
He came
I
out.
remember the samurai dude with the. Obviously, I remember the wolf.
Yeah,
butler.
Lycon. Yeah, he was in.
Yeah.
He was there at launch. So yeah. But since then, so yeah, we've had. Who did we have? We had Zhu and Zing. Ellen. Bernice, Caesar. We're currently on some office woman only lady. I've got to say, as the game has evolved, we're sort of learning more and more about the lore, and it's kind of going, yeah, so we got like the hollows were but we actually got a big drop at the end of the last chapter about like why there's even these like hollow world sphere things. And it turns out the characters you play at, their mentor might have accidentally triggered basically this world-ending event, which makes all these hollows and turns everything inside them into ether people. So you learn that they're actually trying to do this to clear their name. They're trying to figure out the actual cause. And it's like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. And then you've got that whole thread line going on. But in terms of updates, this is probably one of the best games I've seen, not only for throwing in new content and just experimenting with content, but also being able to listen to player feedback and actually incorporate it into the next big update, which is like a 2-month cycle. Like at the end of the first one, people complaining about the TV mode being it's too bulky and long, so they kind of probably overcut it out. And then people were like, well, that's not enough. And they're like, okay, so we'll try around, and now we'll have this new game mode in this TV world where you're basically playing an RPG where you have to level up your stats and stuff. And there's an entire submission that's basically an Undertale reference about rejoining the 7 sins and 7 virtues to fight an extremely powerful enemy that's undefeatable. Even with like rock music and glowy letters and all very, it's like, yeah.
I mean, that just sounds like ideal Japanese game design.
Yeah, that sounds
yeah.
like any traditional JRPG trope.
Yeah, except it's Chinese. CRPG. Yeah, I mean, so they're doing a pretty good job. I think there's still the sadness of it needing to be simple enough to be on mobile, so you haven't got as much of a combo in your fighting as I'd like. I want to be able to string together heavies and lights, but really it's just...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
But they added...
I think that's kind of why I slowed down.
Yeah. They did add a new challenge floor, though, like a battle tower that's just like, how far can you go until you run out of HP? And it's like, oh my... I beat level 25, which is like the base level that they expect you to beat to get the max title. And now it has an infinite mode after that where you can get to level 100. I don't even know if I would need to really meta dive the upgrades and discs to get further up that chain.
Yeah, that's fair.
And I'm not quite that into... I'm not a no-lifer who's willing to spend a lot of money.
I mean, to be fair, like the Hoyoverse games, from what I know, do have quite a good content cycle, so they keep people engaged.
Yeah.
But yeah, I enjoyed the game when I played it. I just don't have the time to commit. I don't have the time to commit to that and Final Fantasy 14, basically.
Yeah, you kind of got to commit. Like, I've pretty much dropped Destiny entirely at this point. Like that final season pass with the end of the Light and Darkness saga, I've pretty much kind of said, hey, I'm sort of done with Destiny now. So Zenless has kind of picked up that casual whole, because it's nice that it really is like you can spend like 15 minutes a day on it, and that's it in terms of upgrade. But then like you maybe spend like a 2-hour chunk to do all the weekly stuff, and then during like the latest update, it actually took me a good few days to get through all of the stuff they did. I was like, that's quite impressive for this game.
That's the thing. I still haven't got past chapter 1.
Yeah, there's
like that's why I was struggling. It was like I need to grind all this and still grind that, and I was just like, nah, I ain't got time for this.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Yeah, but yeah, so I've put in a little bit of cash just for like season passes and like the monthly internet thing.
Mm.
I'm not gonna put in any actual like cash for pulls because you work out the maths.
That's a dangerous rabbit hole.
You look at the maths and you kind of go, okay, so if I want to, it's either £1.50 for a single pull via this method, or 22 pennies per pull in this method, but it takes over a long time. It's not instant. So that's the math brain in me, at least.
Yeah, the only gacha that I properly spent money on was Final Fantasy Record Keeper, and I only did that when they were doing stuff like anniversary stuff, which was like, yeah, you pull on this, we'll guarantee you these kind of relics, and as a bonus, we'll let you pick whichever one you want. I was like, sure, if you're guaranteeing I can have a thing I want, I'll give you money.
Yeah. No, yeah, I think I did some maths last night, and it was like, right, if you want to get one of the S rank characters and you have to pull them 7 times to get them maxed out, you would have to just drop $2,000 in dollars.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
no.
Yeah, no, I'm fine. I'm fine not doing that. Don't even know where I'd really find that. No, at least not. I mean, I could find the money. I can think of much better uses for it.
Crime.
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 Yes. Yes. Outside of that, I'll keep it nice and short and sweet, because I tried a few sort of betas and alphas. One of them was Wild Assault, which is some kind of Battlefield-esque shooter game with a class system, except everyone's an anthropomorphic fairy character. And,
I've seen ads for this, yeah.
Yeah, and it's, it's quite a simple game, but it's like the fact that you can, like, hey, you get special power-ups as your ability kit. Like, it's kind of like a mixture of Battlefield and Overwatch, where you kind of got charge-up abilities. But it's mainly gunplay, and it's like, oh yeah, the tiger guy could just jump in and start clawing like a madman, or certain characters can kind of camouflage in. But like, you can also, there's also a feral run mode where you just get on all fours and start running around. And like, okay, I haven't actually seen that in a game like this before. I also tried out the new the Valve game Deadlock. They're cross
still not officially announced.
Yeah, still not. Actually, I'm just going to quickly check their Steam page, the market page.
You'll be able to view it because you've played it. I still can't view it because I've not played it and I've not been invited to the beta.
Deadlock is a multiplayer game in early development. That's all it says on the page, and it's what it is it's a cross between Dota and Counter-Strike. It's the two games that they know how to do. Oh, actually, no, yeah. So I don't know how much I really care about it, because it's still early on. But
yeah,
like, it doesn't feel like in Dota the whole point is like you look at the minimap and you basically like, oh, you're meant to be aware of everything that's going on the map at all times, because you get like brief moments of like you get seconds of downtime where you gotta go, right, reevaluate, all right, carry on. In this game, it feels like you're constantly being shot at, because you are constantly being shot at, and if you're not hitting the wave minions and denying his enemies, you can really fall behind. It really takes on, like, if you haven't got a good FPS mind, like a play style, if you can't hit precision shots, you're gonna end up being left in the dust pretty fucking quickly. Like, those farming waves at the beginning are absolutely brutal. if you don't get it right. But they're still updating it. Who knows? Maybe it'll be more Overwatchy and more kind of casual shooter and strategic rather than the precision of both. And lastly, Satisfactory got its update. It actually released. It's no longer in early access and is therefore definitely going to be coming up on the other podcast we talk about.
Yay! Clap, clap, clap.
Yes, the spaghetti, the mind and the spaghetti must flow and the trains and the cars and the drones and everything else, and the spiders must die because the spiders are officially the worst thing I've ever seen in any game. You know what's great?
Not recommended for arachnophobias then?
No, there is an arachnophobia mode which just literally pastes a cat picture over.
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
It's literally just like an overlay where it blurs out the spider and it puts a cat picture over it, which is just as terrifying because it still means that this giant poisonous cat is now just jumping at you and insta-gibbing you, and you're like, oh, am I playing a factory game or am I actually needing to get into combat here?
The next Five Nights at Freddy's.
Oh. Sometimes when you hear them and you just turn around and it just pounces on you, this giant green thing that's 3 times the size of you, and you lose half your health, and you're like, oh. Uh-oh. This is not what I was planning for. But yeah, I'd say it scratches a very good itch of the factory play style, the automation gameplay. Like, with the release, they changed the map layout a bit. So if you had old factories, that's no good. Then some of those things might be broken. But learning how to manage all your resources and realizing that there is no optimal place to do any one thing, and knowing that you need to set up logistics systems to ship things around the map feels really good when you get there. I think we spent like 120 hours to get to the final stage and complete it. And it's the first time I've ever actually beaten that game, or at least gotten to the end of what was available. And I think it was thanks to Crow setting up a massive train rail network across the entire map, being able to ship things back and forth. So, I will definitely be talking about that much more later on. But we will, I'll keep that short and sweet. The Pokemon game and everything else was kind of talked about beforehand, so we can carry on with whoever else would like to speak.
Margoth, your turn.
Okay. I am going to draw 3 cards to bring myself back up to 7. You know what? I'm going to do this.
Let's do it.
I'm going to do this because this is going to sow the most chaos to everyone.
No, that's what oh.
Sorry, the sword must be allergic to evil. Every other player loses 2 fortitude.
Oh, for God's sake!
Each player that loses fortitude in this way gets a blessing. I also get a blessing.
Okay, so Health loss but blessing,
Yes.
provided we actually lose health. I'm okay with that.
I can't do anything about it.
Oh no!
Gog's down to 14 health.
But you take the next blessing.
Yeah.
Take the next blessing. Oh, good. I can't wait to find out what that is.
It could be health, and then I'll take the next one, and then Earth you can take.
Yeah, I'm debating whether I want to use a card first, and I think I will. I will use preventative partial petrification.
That sounds good.
I may play this action sometimes. Any card will make me lose fortitude. I reduce the fortitude loss by 2, but I can also glare, and I'm going to do that. Wizgil, have your cards back.
Okay.
By glaring, I lose 2 alcohol.
But you also do not get a blessing.
I do not get a blessing, but I've also taken no damage and healed 2, sobered up by 2.
Indeed. And speaking of blessings, I'm going to use my blessing of health immediately to gain 2 fortitude. Any cards that have the hearts at the top left-hand corner can be played immediately.
And you get 2 health.
Yes, can be played immediately for your health boost.
Gog gets health as well, but only 1.
I think we know who the sword favours then.
Gog.
But Gog is pure of heart.
Gog is nice to children and small animals, apart from the rabbit in this game.
True.
And also children apart from the one to his left.
Yeah.
Who not that long ago shoved a Metal Gear into his arm.
It wasn't.
She was genuinely sorry about
it.
it.
Exploded.
Gog
It
knocked
wasn't
into Steampunk.
I also love that that's the example card they use on Wizkill's thing as well.
Yeah.
Gog deeply upset.
Anyway.
Everyone and everything.
So that is my action.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has done their thing.
Yep.
What does everyone drinks looking like?
I think everyone's got like 1.
Everyone's got
Wizkill,
1.
you're getting a drink.
Fair enough.
And I am getting...
Oh no!
Elven wine with a chaser.
Elven wine with a chaser of...
3 plus...
Oh,
me!
Oh!
And because it's the result of a chaser, its effect doesn't go off.
Yeah,
mead is
usually
normally something you can split, but you can split with another player. But as it's in a chaser, it cannot be split. So it's a 3 plus 3.
That is the whole 6.
That's a 6.
Oh.
I've got to do this. I've got to
do
do
not have
this.
anything to negate that.
This is just the thing to take the blood off my sword. To ignore
Oh, the wedge says you stop playing with your drinks.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah.
I knew that was going to happen. Mind you, I love the art on this one. I love the art, the fact that Rainfall, the spirits, is completely sloshed because you're just pouring the drink straight on her.
Well, she's got to be clean as well. She doesn't mind. She's got to get rid of that blood.
She'll be clean, but she'll be drunk.
There.
Clearly tipsy as anything. Anyway, so yes,
So that
wedge says don't play with drink.
That's 6.
Means basically negates the you can't stop the drink card.
Yeah. Well, for a moment you were briefly in the lead, like 13 difference between, and now you're at 7.
Yeah.
After that.
End of round. Difference for the random genius is 7 after that. And they're currently the lowest, but only just because after all that I was on 8. Shadowfox is on 10 and Earthart's on the difference on 11. So Earthart's winning at the moment.
If it makes any difference, previously I had a difference of 17 before it got round to me. And now I've gone down 7 points.
That is true.
Anyway, Gog is going to get rid of cards.
Bye-bye. Gambling. This game's stupid.
Yes. This game's stupid twice. Anyway, I draw 5 cards. I immediately see gambling.
There's always
There's
always going to be a gambling in there somewhere.
Gambling's like
true.
what?
Oh, that's
At
really
least
actually
a fifth of the deck.
There are 3 constants in life: death, taxes, and Gog always having a gambling card.
And gambling, I'm in.
I'm not sure what to do actually.
If you do not have anything that you want to play, you can always pass your action.
Or, I will say, I'm more than happy for you to attack me if you want to get rid of a card. Although it'll go back into your hand.
I'm probably going to have to attack you, I think.
Yeah, that's fine.
But Gog's going to be apologetic about it. How about that?
That's fine.
Sorry, Gog no own strength. There you go.
Oh, okay.
You lose 2 fortitude, but Gog is very sorry about it.
But it's like I've got eyes in the back of my head. I ignore
ignore
an action, sometimes any time card that affects my fortitude, alcohol content, or gold, and the player who attacked me has to petrify a card.
Really?
Yep. So do you want to get rid of one of those gambling cards very temporarily?
Yeah, sure. There you go. You have that.
Quick,
Because it might not be a gambling card for all you know.
Do I have any gambling?
As I said, it doesn't matter. It's going to come back to you after Wizgill's turn.
Reasonably correctly.
Anyway,
drinks time. Got 7 cards left in this drink deck, by the way. And naturally, the person with a gap is going to get that gap filled with a drinks card.
Why, thank you.
Nergoth gets theirs. Gog is drinking a halfling stout of a chaser, so another 2.
Oh.
So
unfortunately, Kev doesn't have anything to chase it with, so it's just that.
Also, fortunately, he doesn't. But it's another 2, and yeah, my difference is now 6.
Oof, it's getting close.
Boy. Where am I healing cards? Where am I healing and ignore drink cards?
Well, how many cards you got left?
The deck.
Oh, you got 20 cards left.
Card for me. Where's my thanks?
I also know. Yeah, you gave me half measures compared to what you got.
Oh dear.
So I'm not that thankful in the grand scheme of things. I was also hit.
It wasn't my fault. It was the
I got a net
fault.
loss of health from you. It wasn't like you did me a massive favour.
Oh, well, we'll keep it nice and simple. There's another breach in my magic flux containment field, apparently twice. And Nerodia, I guess you're still at the top of the board, so
I'll take that.
And drinks.
I didn't have an idea about that. I've barely got any cards left in my hand.
It's kind of convenient. Drinks obviously filling the hole that Gog has.
Yeah, I mean, Gog get drink.
And I am
Dwarven Firewater.
That's another 4 drink. Brewed under the direct supervision of real fire-breathing dragons.
Trademark. That is Dragon Breath Ale, not Dwarven Firewater.
Right, oh yes. Still same effect, does a whole lot of 4.
Do anything about it though?
Actually, I need to recalibrate everything.
Okay, see if it works first.
Yeah. So let's see. It takes effect, but subtract 1, and I lose a fortitude. Okay, so I lose 1 fortitude, but I don't drink a 4.
You nearly murder somebody else with gears based on this art. What? You give an absolute menace.
Hey,
yes, it's Priestess from the first.
Yes, it
first
is.
Game.
The more alcohol in me, the more likely this is to happen. You need to keep me sober. Did I take the? No, I haven't. I will take the fortitude. There we go.
All right then.
Okay.
Start my turn. Gog, you get your card back.
Oh, good.
You can discard it at the beginning of your next turn. Don't worry.
Excellent. Yeah, I'm so happy.
I'm going to discard my gambling card. Watch me draw 5 more.
Probably. Let's see what you get.
On the plus side, if you keep drawing all your gambling cards now before you really need your good cards, you're at least you're
oh man,
playing the odds a little better.
I don't.
Hi, is it me? Am I going to be punching bag again?
No, I think I'm going to punch bag Wizgill first.
I'm barely a bag.
I'm curious because
barely a handbag.
Wizgill has still got her blessing from Banefall in her hand still, and I'm curious as to what that is.
I'm going to tell you, I have 2 options. One option is to hit someone, but they are immune to all of. They skip their next turn. Is it?
Oh, it's the card that it's like. They just get completely removed from everything.
Until the beginning of their next turn, they are immune to everything.
So they can't be affected.
Or I just hit you all. Which one of you guys called this a snake pit? Take 1 fortitude damage and petrify 1 card.
Who?
Everyone.
Oh, good.
I will lose, and you can have this.
You can have this one here.
I don't know. In whatever order, I'll pop it there so you can.
There you go.
Yeah. God goes on top of Wizgill.
Oh god, we already had that at the beginning of the match. Didn't go well.
Yeah.
Wizgill lose 3 fortitudes. We already covered this.
Are you sure your temporal time warp machine is working?
Oh, I don't know. I might have to find it out again.
Yeah.
A white hole? What's that?
One drink for Gog. And
I
Neredia
haven't
is
seen one
drinking.
before. No one has.
Oh, fairy ale with a
Fairy ale with chaser, but I have nothing to chase it with.
That is a
thankfully, so-
tiny, tiny drink. You can see the regular ale in the background.
Yeah.
It's a fairy. It's an ale for a fairy. Fairies are tiny.
It's basically a shot.
No. It's a microbrew.
It does say a microbrew, obviously. At
Yeah.
the bottom. But yeah, you have to sort of. That's one of those cards where you have to sort of really look to actually notice the fact that there's the giant ale in the background. The ale's not exactly a big drink anyway in this game.
Kev back?
Yes. He's
Hey,
back.
welcome back.
Sorry about that. I can go if you like. It's probably quite short and sweet for me as well.
That's fine. We can combine us together into one.
With our powers combined, we can possibly fill half an hour of a podcast.
Yes.
Our powers combined, we can fill time. Not to be confused with fill time, which is after this. I mean, I've honestly not been up to much. In the grand scheme of things, because I'm still hunting for jobs that want me, which turns out to be nobody. So I've actually got quite a lot of free time on my hands at the minute. Most of which is being spent worrying about all the scaffolding currently surrounding the house that was put up the other day, because our roof is being replaced because it's not functioning as a roof.
It has one job. You think it won't do that job?
It has one job.
At least it's being repaired.
Yeah, well, I expressed concern to Double Cross's father, who frankly should have taken care of this a long time ago, because the house is Double Cross's now. But it is a house that has no maintenance on it, ever. Or if it did have something on it, it was done by somebody who was very much a tradesman of ill repute. So I'd expressed my concern the fact that the chimney stack was moving from the roof into the garden, piece by piece. We were getting a nice collection, and so was next door, of just shards of brick. So I was just oh, okay. And then the roof started leaking because my feet started getting wet one day when I realised when I was in bed, and I was oh, okay, so the roof's leaking then. I was coming down through the light socket. That's really helpful.
Does it get... We had that at work, and it got really, really hot water because it was just being charged. But
funny that.
It's not good.
So
when a roof leaks, it will come through the water sockets first. The light sockets first.
Any travel holes?
Yeah. I have seen this with my own eyes at various places. Thankfully, not my own, but I have seen water flooding through the walls, and first things to go are the light sockets and the plugs.
Indeed, it wasn't nearly as bad as it was at my old place. I think you guys might remember the video clip that I did of it coming down through again the light sockets and through the walls and down the walls. It was like, oh, okay. Anyway, apparently there was a bit of pushback on this. Oh, it doesn't need doing. I was like, mate, it's not been. It's like got its original roof, pretty much next to its very old place. It's got its original roof, and then he went up there, and suddenly the tune changed rather a lot. So, which must mean that it's actually quite bad. So that's being done. But we're in the middle of a massive storm at the minute, guys. At the time of recording in the UK, so. That was fun last night. I could tell you, all this freaking scaffolding wrapped around the house, bangs and crashes. I had to go out into the storm to collect the dustbin that was rapidly going down the street.
Oh yeah, no, we had the previous day. I went to go to do my shopping, and there was just like the old the wheelie big bags that old ladies have to put their shopping in.
Yeah.
Just one of those was tumbling down the road faster than most of the cars were driving.
Was an old lady attached to it still?
No, I found out she had gone to hospital because she'd been hit by a car. So,
oh dear.
Thankfully, not very hard, but still.
Yeah. Anyway, as I go out into this, and when I started going back in, I was like, I'm not sure about. I'm not looking up at this scaffolding, and I'm like, is the planks in the same place they were? And I honestly don't think they were. And then they started making quite a lot of noise as I was going underneath it. So it was like, throw the hands above the head, dive through the door. Some guy was walking his poor dog in that, by the way. The dog wants a walk, but not that badly, my friend.
Just give it a quick around the block. It's fine.
Don't do that. No, it's a greyhound, but you'll go a lot faster if that wind catches you. So there's, so that's my focus at the minute. In fact, Double Cross is not even here. She's gone off to stay with said parents until this is done because lots of banging and clashing and everything else going on. So for the next week and a bit, it's just me on my lonesome. So you'd think I'd have a lot of time to do video game bits, and you'd be sort of right, I guess.
Lots of preparation.
Working in the background. Yeah.
We'll get to that. 2 versus 8 on Dead by Daylight has been a thing recently, but I haven't dipped into it as much as previous. I've also been trying to stay away from Sonic discourse.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Good luck.
That really pissed me off for the reasons that you guys know why it pissed me off.
Yep.
So, and I don't give a shit about the films, as I've said many times. I still haven't watched either of the previous 2. I don't care to. The fact that the third film announced Shadow and I felt absolutely zero for it says a lot. Other than just editing videos like nobody's business. I've got so many videos lined up for next year already. It's ridiculous. But there is the little matter of XCOM.
Yep.
2, which has been my therapy game for all of this nonsense that's been going on in the background that I don't want to know about. So I've been focusing on that. I've finished editing up and scheduling all of XCOM LMC Unknown Season 3, which is a couple of years ago now that we did that.
Was it really?
Yeah. It was a couple of years ago. It was 2022.
Oh wow! Yeah.
Yeah. So that's coming out start of next year. On
year of
future.
the year of XCOM.
There's like 50 videos, so it's got to be like 3 times a week.
You get one a week for a year. It's fine. You get a whole year of XCOM.
I don't think but because I want to be able to put in a season 4, which is what I'm working on at present. You make really upgrading everything for season 4, getting much more, many more mods in, getting a lot of stuff sorted in terms of customization. Everybody is getting really greatly customized this time. Lots of very unique parts for everybody. Developing LMC Unknown is my D&D for everybody.
Yeah.
Basically, that's my D&D campaign is LMC Unknown. I've increased the number of people that's actually in the roster
No, I think so. Yeah,
Dramatically,
our roster has kind of increased a little
I was
bit
going to
over
say,
the
I think
years.
some of us are going to have to take a back bench this time.
No.
No?
Are we still? Are you still doing the rotating team system?
The squads. Well, this is the thing. I'm looking into ways of sorting out stuff, and there's a mod that I found earlier that actually allows you to specify like starting soldiers. So if you had it like the main guys, if you like, are in there, then from the get-go, that's going to be good, because then those guys will be the ones that level up first, and then we can put them into the squad system. The squad system, I've been trying to implement it. I'll tell you right now, it's War of the Chosen. So we've got the Chosen in this time. Yeah. There might be something else returning. Interestingly, we've got load more mods for levels. There's a very specific scenario which unlocks an entirely new class. We've got the free factions that we'll be going into and looking at stuff, and there are members of the sort of like the All-Stars, if you like. The story continues, and a lot of crap has happened in 3 seasons, and as a result, some people are in very different places now.
For example, Feature's now on the other side of the world.
That might be being referenced,
and has a set of furry feet.
I can tell you right now that Mrs. Vija is one of the ones who's been added.
No.
Oh.
And has got a very specific load up. There's a very specific mod was added just for Skyblaze. Just for Skyblaze. I hunted something down for Skyblaze to make a thing. But yeah, the squads will be a thing. We've got the Chosen coming in. It'll be whilst it is kind of casually played LMC Unknown, traditionally it is going to be at the higher level. There's more difficulty.
As SJ would know.
Everyone looks amazing. I'm doing a load of test seasons at the moment because I'm like going through with different mod setups. XCOM is creaking because of all the stuff that's in there. But it's so nice. Everybody looks a load better in terms of just their general look. But there's give you an example. Feniku's character was a member of Dragon Squad last time out. And the leader of Dragon Squad was Dusk. So Dusk has got a much more draconic look, let's say. Fenn's character has like some elements of that, some design elements of that, referencing that she was a member of Dragon Squad.
Oh, lovely.
Shadowfox has got a really nice look, actually.
Oh.
A really nice look. Earthart, I can tell you, is going full pirate. Even more pirate. Hey, Earthart, what was that thing that you always wanted on top of your head?
A hat.
Yes. More specifically,
hair.
I've given up so mean.
That's so
mean.
I'm sorry.
No.
I'm sorry.
I've never had hair. I don't know what I'm missing.
Sorry, you left that so open.
Supreme victory.
So I have a hat, but I'm dead.
Well,
Congratulations,
you want a very specific type of hat. You may get your wish.
Yeah.
There's going to be skinning on the weapons.
Ooh.
So some people have very specific custom weapons.
Just had a horrible thought about one person.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff. People have gone through the ringer a bit. Also, you know what's good about having one character? Having two of the same character, but not quite.
Oh,
there's a lot of storyline crap. There's a lot of storyline crap going to happen this time out. In fact, I'm already setting up stuff for like 2026's season. That's how crazy it is. but it looks amazing, and the amount of stuff there's like an entire different mechanic in terms of covert actions. So technically, covert actions are back. Lots going on, but characters in the specific places. What will happen to the people who are in Saturn Squad or Tiger Squad? One of the squads that got absolutely bloody decimated.
Oh, I remember.
I just kept going out. I just kept taking L's left, right.
Was that Trippy's squad or was that
Trippy died again?
Yeah.
But Trippy's already been cloned once, and there's a very specific scenario. Trippy is not in the normal character pool.
Ooh.
Trippy's in the gacha character pool.
Something has to happen to trigger Trippy coming in. And what happens when you clone somebody who's already been cloned? Is there like a load of trauma there? That's actually something we might investigate.
I'll say it's going to be a good year next year for tabletop and general RPG things for us, I think.
I'm really looking forward to writing all the stories for everybody. But there's all sorts of people, various people have changed roles. Like I said, there's this other class which is going to change everything around entirely. And we will even do the tutorial next time, because that
tutorial.
Now the reason why is it triggers a whole bunch of different cutscenes.
Oh,
apparently, I did not know this. I was like, we didn't do the but we get Jane Kelly, who's like the unsung hero, and becomes she's like the only other named soldier in the entire XCOM 2. So we'll get her and we'll get some other stuff. But when you go onto the bridge, like a completely different cutscene plays. And there's like a bunch of other stuff. You get like a couple of separate missions. Even the old LMC Unknown maps, somebody's done some adaptations of those to put them into the mix, which changes around a lot of things. Also, the thing that didn't work last time with the alien rulers, it does work this time. In fact, it works too well.
Oh.
Would you like to come across? I'll tell you what happened. I went to a facility, one of the big factory things that you need to take down every so often to stop the Avatar project progressing. And what happened was, I'd previously come across the Archon King, the high-powered Archon character, the thing that can fly, and it's got like a bishop's hat on. It looks bloody silly, but it's got a laser staff, and it'll ruin your life in those. And I'd previously sent it on its way, and I couldn't kill it, but it ran away, and then I found it at this facility on half health, and it had high ground, and it was a mess, and it was horrible because it could take reaction shots after every time you've moved. So I killed that. And then I went into the facility, and then there was a clone Archon King.
Oh dear.
Oh.
Yeah, they were prepared for
the
him.
whole battle again, and then halfway through that battle, another clone Archon King came in. All of those are 100 health.
They expected him to fail and just prepared.
That was a natural one where it was just like, we're leaving because everyone's gonna die. Anyway, but that's what I'm doing. I look forward in 2025 really to XCOM LMC Unknown. It's season 4 with War of the Chosen and a heck of a lot more besides. It's really stepping up in terms of what we were doing, and season 3 was a heck of a step up as well. But looking forward to that.
I need to go rewatch season 3 now.
Yeah,
well, you'll get a chance when it starts coming out in 2025. Beginning.